And good evening everyone and welcome to the Golden Emperium stream here in Ragnarok Online GGH. We are your casters for tonight. This is James.
This is RKM.King.
What's up everybody? How y'all
Uh,
doing tonight? RKM.King, how are you?
Fine, man. Ready myself up for this very interesting and of course tiresome activity for tonight.
Uh-huh. Well, I think there will be a lot of happenings as this is going to be a third session of the Golden Emperium here in ROGGH. Last Saturday, on the second session, we had the change of ownership here in the Silver Castle, in which it's not Opus Day anymore.
It's most wanted.
Most wanted. Most wanted got the Silver Castle. So now they are the defenders for tonight. Let's see if they can defend this castle to let's see if they can defend this castle consecutively for 5 sessions. As you can see, there are a lot of members of players of JPEG who are waiting actually to go in, and I think they're starting to push right now. As you can see, most wanted is defending right now. JPEG is actually pushing in. They have that land protector on the floor, and of course most wanted with that dragon's breath just trying to take down the members of JPEG who are going in, but arrow storms will connect here on the members of most wanted on that second layer of this Emperium room. But of course all is not done yet. JPEG still has, I think, members outside, and they haven't used their emergency call yet, I believe, or we still haven't seen them use their emergency call. But what a great way to start the session. We already saw some action.
It's not the first 2 minutes. I wasn't expecting this to be this early.
And if you're watching this stream, everyone, please do share. please do give a thumbs up. I forgot this YouTube. Please do give a thumbs up and share the stream. Of course, the more the merrier. And let's have some fun here in the War of Emperium, in Golden Emperium session, watching with me, James, and of course RKM.King right here, where I can push. Oops, cannot not hit RKM.King right there. Anyway, how y'all doing today, guys? Shan said, hi Kuya, so handsome talaga kahit bukong lagi bagong gising. OMG. Happy to compliment. How about RKM.King? How about RKM.King? Where's the RKM.King? But thank you very much, Shan, for that wonderful comment. Gabriel said, what? Yes, what? What is happening? Alright, and JPEG still pushing through. They have some traps right here and some notes on the floor. Of course, most wanted still has their emergency call set as well. And while we are here, right, let's take a look at Castle King, because as you can see, Crayon still has this castle intact, and if JPEG or any other guild wants to take this castle, this is going to be their last session to do so in order for them to try and consecutively take this castle for the Golden Emperium rewards. But if they're not going to do that, yeah, I think maybe they're planning to go in for the heist later on, after after the 4th consecutive session of the Golden Emperium.
Yeah, technically they can save it up for like consolation, consolation prize, right? If and only if they fail to take this castle from most wanted.
And the JPEG just pushing in right now. Once again, as you can see, some overplanned suicidal destruction just landed here on this side of the Emp room. But JPEG got wiped out because as you can see, Crayons and most wanted is holding on to this Emp room. And I think this is not yet the full force of JPEG who are pushing in, or this might be the amount that they have for tonight. But You know what can happen to RKM King, right? This might just be the pre-10:30 lineup
Yeah,
of JPEG,
yeah,
right?
it's been happening now. For some reason, or should I say, for several reasons, it's been obvious that a Tuesday night is very different from a Saturday night
Mm-hmm.
in terms of number of players. No? And obviously, it's not just the day, also the time slot.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's at around 10:30 or it being close to 11 o'clock, I think people are trying to log in, even if they are not totally shoulders available for that day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened last Saturday, right? So the numbers actually increased. The closure is to 11 p.m.
And I
So
think
yeah,
and I think RKM King they heard us when we said, "Oh, just take note of the names for AFK."
yeah, most of them are moving now.
Yeah.
So
But like what I said, last Tuesday or last Saturday, JPEG I think is more effective when it comes to defense
mm,
compared to how they are on the offense, because again they have less members when it comes to attacking.
mm,
I think some of their members are having a hard time because there might be members of Crayons and Most Wanted who are just at the entrance, or just some assassins just tearing down or just thinning down the stack here of JPEG who are just gonna push through the Emp room in this castle.
it felt like the sieging power of JPEG depends on their short range characters, I think,
Mm-hmm.
as compared to what Crayons and what you call this Most Wanted have. So that's basically a difference in maybe characters, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously the IB types or the ignition break RKs of JPEG are obviously very deadly. But then again, uh, although they are AoE or area of effect,
Mm-hmm.
their effective range is not comparable to what, let's say, rangers or sorks or warlocks yeah, can cover.
Mm-hmm. And now I think JPEG is going to push for their third attack right now. They're getting ready, and I think they're going to push in. They have some mechanics here, but I don't think that Suicide Destruction is on cooldown. I think still at the moment Ignition Breaks will connect here, but we can see some kunai slashes just landing here at the stack where they enter from that portal. But yeah, I think this is going to be a hard push for JPEG right here. Let's see what JPEG will come up next, because I don't think their strategy is working at the moment. Maybe they will push to a different castle, or maybe they will try a different approach when it comes to attacking this castle at the moment. Because again, at their first attempt that we saw earlier, they did a great job into thinning out the members of Most Wanted and Crayons who are here in the Emp room. But I think for the last two attacks that they did, it was a little bit difficult for them to push through.
Can we check the flag games?
It's actually
'Cause in terms of the numbers, no, it felt like the most wanted members can easily get back to the Emp room without
Mhm.
using. Okay,
Oh,
so this where they are.
or they might be pushing together, or let's see, or
Mm,
there might just be some defenders here. Then some of them are pushing in, or they might push in together. But I don't think that's their full force that we saw earlier on. Maybe this
mm.
time around, I think this has a lot more members this time around when it comes to this push. So let's see what will happen when they push into the Emp room with these numbers. And again, shout out to everyone who's watching tonight. It said
Oh,
here, Kuya King shirt. Said me. Yes, Kuya King shirt.
yeah, yeah.
And manga manwa said here, shout out from Kit. Alright.
Scam.
So shout outs to everyone who's watching for tonight. Again, how are you all doing? It's a Tuesday night. Again, Monday blues are over. It's time for war. But if you don't have supplies for the war, RKM King You know
Yeah,
what they need.
easy. We have this Imperium packs now, starting from numbers 1 to 5. So all of them are tradable. So
Mhm.
basically, you can buy them through your KP and sell them, or even use them, or it's up to you where to put them. You can actually trade it to your friends,
Only
to your
1 to 5 are tradable.
1 to 5, yes, they are all tradable. And of course, the discounts or the packages offer a lot of like a discount. If you wish to again use it outside of War of Imperium, you can. So again, they are very useful source of consumables. So if you want to save up, or if you want to like maximize your gaming experience, especially during this War of Imperium session, you can always pay. You can always buy these packages.
Well,
And obviously, for those who want to reset their characters, you can also buy Imperium Pack number 6, because that has premium reset sticks for both of your stats and your skills.
mhm.
So again, with the recent changes with, let's say, RK, Archbishop, and Shadow Chasers, you can basically change up your build, be relevant once again,
Oh, and there
and
goes
say
the push.
goodbye to your old cheap build.
Say goodbye to the old build. Say hello to the new. As JPEG is going to try their attack once again on the defense of Most Wanted and Crayons. First circle will connect here at the stack. Arrow Storms will land here on the stack of Most Wanted on the second layer of their defense. But I think the attack is not enough. As you can see, there are a lot of defenders from Most Wanted and Crayons defending here at the moment. And RKM King at the Golden Castle.
Yeah, the Golden Castle has been like defended twice now. But then again, uh, it received a decent amount of attacks for like the last 2 sessions. Obviously, the ownership has been changed, but
Mm-hmm.
Crayons were able to like retake it before the
Mm-hmm.
session ends. So
Yeah.
technically, they castle holder for the last 2 sessions.
Actually, what I remembered from last Saturday RKM King is someone attempted to break the castle
Yeah,
last session. But thankfully they have some countermeasures in place that
yes,
they didn't they managed to defend successfully during that
yeah.
time.
Let's call that defender a cat.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They wanted to wrap, but then again, that's why we have Doran classes now. So 100% resistance against them humans does not work
Oops.
against that one.
Ah, yes.
With
Human
Dora,
resist doesn't work
yes,
against
we are classified as brute and not humans.
Mhm,
So they are also small instead
mhm.
of medium. So again, the reductions for basic human player does not apply unless the resistance specifically mentions against player.
Players against players, yeah. If it's against
Stay away.
players, I think it applies both for
Kaya applies
um,
to both.
Doram and human players. And there goes the spam of the ignition break. And he got
Yeah.
taken down right there. Yeah, no one is strong if you're up against a whole squad right there.
Cat versus cat.
Yep, that's the only thing that they need to do. But I guess having a support Doram in your party will be great as well, as it
Yes.
has a lot of capabilities.
But at this point in the game, no, it's better to have different classes than basically spamming the same classes all over again. Yeah, because the type of damage, the abilities, they're all very useful. Because it's hard to like resist different kinds of damages instead of just focusing on, let's say, melee damage or range damage.
Mhm.
If you mix it up with magic, or if you mix it up with range, yeah, it's going to be hard to reduce all the damage taken in War of Imperium. That's why it is important to consider building physical Dorans
Mhm.
just for like uh, maybe it's part of your cleanup crew.
Well, not just a cleanup crew. I guess they can help you out in tough situations as well.
Mm,
Because what you mentioned before, RKM King, 100% the immune resist is a thing. And with the additions of Doram, it can change the tides of the battle. And
It,
yeah, and although Doram has you can say mostly a powerful single target skill at the moment that is pretty useful, or the power scaling of Doram at the moment is not that high as of yet compared to their potential, right? Because I believe there are more items that were coming up in the future that can increase the potentials of Dorams. But they're really quite useful as of the moment. But again, they're limited to using some specific skills that can take down their opponent.
well, as long as it gets the job done, that's more than enough as a contribution. Kasi, as what we've seen last session, the guillotine crosses of JPEG really are hard to kill. They are pesky, tough, uh, both perfect dodge and let's say the 100% the human resist is pressing. But then again, it kind of threw them off that a Doran can basically 2 or 3 shot them.
Well, again,
Yeah,
if you're Doram, is really built for PvP, I guess a lot of things can happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
if it's not planned, if it's not part of your plan to resist the Doran damage, then you'll definitely get correct. It was clutch, no? That's why it's memorable. The Imperial must be threatened for like several times and they weren't able to kill the GX. But then the presence of the Dora must have been felt quite well, no, during that period of defense.
Well, RKM King, nowadays I just want to be surprised. Maybe I want to see a Doram that can wipe out a lot of players, or maybe a rebellion. Maybe I can get surprised, or I can get surprised with something like that. But let's see what will happen. Let's see how it will go, because again, there are a lot of possibilities. There are a lot of things you can do in RO, especially during War of Imperium time. A lot of strategies can get utilized. As you can see, Millennium Shield got utilized right there by JPEG, but unfortunately, there are a lot of attacks that you need to take care of, and I don't think a Millennium Shield can save you from all that damage. But some of the members of Most Wanted got taken out. Ignition breaks will come off, and I see one member here of JPEG actually got in with that cursed circle. Let's see if there will be a follow-up. Will there be a follow-up? Windmill got affected that Asura right there of JPEG, but emergency call, I think, got utilized here by JPEG as okay, so they used their emergency call outside. I was checking, maybe they used their emergency call here inside the amp room, but they use it outside. Our storm's connected here on the stack of Most Wanted, but I guess that when they called that emergency call, I guess it threw off the members who are inside the amp room, because they were already in the stack.
Yes.
They were already in the stack, but still, the members of Most Wanted and Crayons here defending is a little bit too much to handle for JPEG as of the moment. So I think they need to wait for a little bit more time, maybe get more players in, tell them to log in. It's time, guys. Let's not wait until 10:30. It's time to log in.
It's hard to like launch several attacks starting from 10:30, especially with the cooldown of emergency call.
Well, mostly I think you can only get like 5 full attacks.
Yeah, because basically you still also have to resupply. No? So it doesn't mean that it's cooldown on 5. It means that everyone's going to be ready by that time, because the amount of supplies and the buff needed for each character is not that simple. No? So most of them require FCP as well. Because otherwise, you'll get stripped by Earth Strain from Warlocks. You
Yes,
know,
and
show this the sorts of crayons and most wanted. I think they have several sorcerers as well.
mhm. Yeah, several sorcerers, but you know what really stands out from the lineup of both these is the Rune Knight. Really,
Well,
yeah, it really stands out, I guess, because of the amount of spam that they do during War of Imperium.
so let's request for another rerun for Rizzo as well.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
yeah, JPEG is planning for their next attack. But again, emergency call is on cooldown. They still can't do much with the lineup that they have currently. Maybe they're testing out new strategies. That can work. Just testing out new strategies for now, and not use the strategy that they normally do. Maybe to try things out first. Maybe test the waters a little bit for how the defense will be on the side of Crayons and Most Wanted. And again, they still haven't forced Crayons and Most Wanted to use their emergency call during the pushing session of JPEG. So if ever they can catch them off guard, maybe with a single push they can take this castle. It really depends on how quick they act and um, how their teamwork will be. Again, the arrow storms are connecting at the back lane of Most Wanted. Maybe having 2 or 3 arrow storms at the same time can deal significant damage, or maybe some dispels can go off. Some Vituperatum maybe at the back lane, right?
They just
Eh,
one shot.
Yeah,
Just
you can one shot a lot of people, but uh, yeah, let's see what will happen. I guess because I think they need some follow up damage in order to backline
Well,
of
they can also threaten
Most
the
Wanted.
Golden Emperium. No? They can also threaten the Golden Emperium by simply attacking that area first before they consider taking this castle. Because basically, Crayons is like, or the Crayons guild is basically sitting here, waiting for the attack. No?
Well,
Instead of
maybe
defending.
RKM.King, that's part of their strategy.
Yeah, true.
They don't want to attack for now because they want to scare them at the last minute.
Yeah.
Right, so
But it's like, yeah, they still have that option. No? There may be like uh, convincing them that this is the only castle that they're targeting.
mhm,
But they can simply redirect their attacks later.
mhm. or
To
or
force,
like or like this is not really the full force of JPEG as of the moment. Like some players are just waiting or just resupplying. They just hopped on. They're still going home from work, or they're out.
it's also possible for them to utilize another like guild with the same emblem,
Mhm.
which we've seen time and time again. So yeah, there are a lot of things that they can try to like shake things up.
Mhm.
But for now, it feels like and then it's up to them. We're just basically spectating
Mhm.
what's happening in the silver castle.
Mhm. Yeah, and so far JPEG and Ultra are both guilds are getting utilized here, but I only saw one emergency call connect a while ago. I think that was from JPEG. Ultra, I think they need to have their guild leader just be on standby. Maybe they have a few members there, or maybe if they really want to maybe re-strategize, they can utilize a different tactic, or maybe just put more members in Ultra rather than JPEG for now, just to shake things up.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You can see Suicidal Destruction actually connected on the stack there at the portal. But yeah, that will be on cooldown for 5 minutes. And again, that's not the full force. It's just a small push coming from JPEG. And Suicidal Destruction will be on cooldown for 5 minutes. So let's see how significant it will be without that Suicidal Destruction. Again, Suicidal Destruction is a really powerful skill to utilize during War of Imperium, especially in this tight spot where you enter the Amp Room, and it's just in a very narrow. I think it's only 4 or 5 cells wide.
Yeah, but that's more than enough to eliminate a majority of the forces, especially if they cannot move away from the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those dragon
I
backs.
stand corrected. 8 cells. I really counted that. It's 8 cells sword. I really counted that. Okay, okay. 8 cells sword. 8 cells sword. I think that's fair though, but the frontliners of Most Wanted, I think got taken down there, and they are actually not attacking as of the moment. I think their second line or their second layer got attacked here, and they got caught. And I'm not sure what happened right there. Um, yeah, I guess they tried to push, but it's not yet their full force again. As we see a lot of their members still outside again with those arrow storms just connecting there in the back line of Most Wanted and Crayons. Still, they have that Overbrand spamming here. They have that Rune Knight from Crayons just causing trouble. But still, JPEG is just trying to hold. They have more members, or they have more frontliners just attacking. And I don't think that's a good strategy to have those squishy members of JPEG go in with the royal guards and the tankers, because again, you will tank a lot of that damage if you enter with your frontliners. So you need to wait a little bit, I guess, before you push in. In that way, they will use the skill that they have and maybe wait a few more seconds. You have those few seconds for you to enter. You have that little tiny bracket, maybe 1 or 2 seconds that you can do something before they use a skill. I think that's the best way. I mean, it's a very tight strategy, and not everyone can really pull it off. But again, if you manage to see those open spaces, or there's those open times that you can do something, that will really benefit your whole guild.
Yeah. It also gives the opportunity to the frontliners, for example, the mechanics to like activate your neutral barrier, just to have a layer of defense for the other players, or let's say squishy or not as tanky as them. Yeah. So by basically delaying the entry will give them an opportunity to defend themselves as well. Because what's happening is they keep on dying and dying. So yeah, uh, maybe that's the point of like sending a few members. So as we can see, they're not sending the full team to siege. So that's why that's why we've been seeing JPEG members uh, still parked outside of the portal. Because I don't know if they're testing out if this number of players can bypass the frontline defenses of Most Wanted and Crayons.
Yeah, I mean, from what I see, I think they're not really pushing with that full force at the moment. While Crayons and Most Wanted are all in on defending this castle, but still, the Crayons need to defend their own castle, their golden castle, and next Saturday, or on Saturday, it will be fourth session. That will be a very close call for the two owners of the owner of this castle and the owner of the golden castle, if they will be able to utilize the defense and really defend the castle consecutive for 5 times in order for them to get right. Again,
So 8 sessions only, no? That's what we have now.
yes, we have a total of 8 sessions for Golden Emperium. And yeah, RKM.King, I think it's still too early. Still too early. We're still just 32 minutes in, 34 minutes in this War of Imperium session, and they still have a lot that they can show us. Yeah, as you can see, JPEG pushing in, and some skills getting us here. Arrow storms will connect here, and a nice curse circle here coming from JPEG on the back line of Most Wanted. But again, you need that follow-up. You need that follow-up in order for you to take down the back line. But close confine, Masquerades will connect here. Yeah, the attack is not enough. There's still a lot of members of Most Wanted left. They just need that push. They just need that one push, I guess, that can take down the members here of Most Wanted and Crayons. But unfortunately for now, it's not. It's not really. It really can't be seen as of the moment for JPEG. Again, I think they need to really use their full force for them to be able to take this castle.
Well, also the question for JPEG is that is it really the backline or the backline attackers of Most Wanted and Crayons dealing the most damage against you? Because they've been cursed circling that layer of defense, but their front line or their sieging crew is not able to pass through again despite holding out the second layer.
Hmm?
It's possible that their main issue is at the first layer of the defense. So
Yeah, if they can hold the first layer of defense, I think that would be great as well. But again, damage is still damage. RKM.King. Backlink is still damage. They still do damage, but yeah. In their first layer, they have those ignition break rune knights. They have those royal guards using overbrand, followed by the rune knights using dragon's breath, followed by the mechanics who are at the back. Maybe some arm cannon, some launchers, and maybe some suicide destruction if ever it gets tough right there. But yeah, they have that firepower that can take down the members of JPEG, not including the backline yet of the Most Wanted and Crayons. Again, on backline, I believe they have their warlocks there, they have their rangers there, probably their sorcerers, the archbishops are probably there as well. So yeah, stopping the backline isn't a bad idea. But I guess what you said here, RKM.King, is kind of correct. They need to take note of what's really taking them down. Is it the front line or the back line? Because if it's a front line, again, curse circle the front, curse circle the back, and then maybe you can, push through.
yeah, just they've been successful in disabling the backline. So yeah, might be change of tactics. Try and disable the first line, or yeah, if it's possible. I'm not saying that they're not capable of doing it, or if that's not part of their plan. We're basically just suggesting what could be done for like this time around, because basically they're testing out getting some data for their future attacks now. So why not get some information on how much the front line really deals? Because one of the things in War of Imperium is that you cannot easily see the damage dealt to you without looking at the battle message. Because yeah, you won't be seeing the damage unless you're going to check your battle stats. So this one, I think it's important to know which layer is actually killing you.
Yeah, and let's see if JPEG has a Lotus Bar. Again, this might just be them testing the waters as of the moment, because we still have a lot of time. Again, there's 38 minutes on. The clock has passed by. We still have an hour and 21 minutes to go. So there's still a lot of time for them to test things out. Again, it will cost them some materials. It will cost them some supplies for them to be able to test things out. Then they're more successful when it comes to defending, and if they really want to go back to defending, they need to do it as early as possible in order for them to maybe save up on the supplies they have, and just force Most Wanted into attacking, not defending.
True. Because we haven't seen Most Wanted and Crayons use their
emergency call.
Oh.
Yeah, we haven't seen them use it. But Bloodlust actually got casted here. I think it got moved, but paint bombs on the floor, forms, and still, I think that's not really a good call to just push in together. Probably you still need some scouts or someone to remove all the things that are happening right here and disable some of the members, some of the players that are just holding this area in the first layer of Most Wanted and the Crayons. That's why JPEG is having a hard time because they still need to re-strategize and probably you know check things out with a scout, or maybe have a more tanker, maybe a Sura that can disrupt the defenses, or maybe a Royal Guard that can disrupt or reflect the defenses right here. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Again, they still have their emergency call. Earlier, it was a close call, but again, I am not really a fan of using the emergency call outside. You will only do that, I guess, if no one is inside the castle or no one's inside the M2. Earlier, it was a close call. They almost got it if they continue with attack. Again, first circle on the back line. No defenses were set right there, and they successfully used their emergency call.
Yeah, unfortunately, even the members that were able to like disable the backline were of course were sent back using the EC. So yeah, that's what you mentioned. It's we're not a fan of emergency call before this portal. So as an attacker, no, it's a mixed bag in terms of effectiveness. Because if you use your E-call inside, there's a possibility that the opposing team can either cancel it or can basically wait out the members and burst them all down. So that's maybe one of the reasons why they keep on using it outside of the portal. But even if you're willing to sacrifice that 5 minutes of emergency call, I think it's better to find a, let's say, a more suitable place, or let's say a better spot as compared to what they've been doing. So basically, they're simply calling out their members to this castle, especially of course the dead ones who's having a hard time getting in the castle. But yeah, maybe that's one of their ways to like ease up on the group. It's
Yeah,
basically a crucial period for them.
yeah. Again, this is a 2-hour session, RKM King, and yeah, there might be other members who are going to come in later on when this War of Imperium session is still ongoing. But yeah, same goes for Crayons and Most Wanted. They can have more players coming for them later on.
Yeah. Again, this is a Tuesday night. We're not expecting everyone to be available, especially with kind of, let's say, responsibilities that these people have, especially for night shift guys. It's going to be hard for them to like be present. It is one way to like reduce the players of the opposing team. No? If you're the boss of your opponent, ay, make sure to adjust their schedule and put it in night shift.
That they won't be able to play. Nice strategy. But again,
Not everyone's working from home, no. So yeah,
I guess only those who have time and capacity to do so
yeah.
can. Yeah, I guess the others might be playing on their break time. When they get home. Because again, traffic can be terrible in some places.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, yeah, we see some scouts here coming from JPEG. Again, not full force yet. The scouts ignorance here on some members of Most Wanted. Oh yeah, Magnetic Earth. They tried to cast that Magnetic Earth, but unfortunately, it got moved very quickly by the defenders here of Most Wanted, and just attacks are coming in. They have that Runai who got in here. Ignition Break, Guillotine Fist will try and take down that member of JPEG and will get successfully taken down right there. And JPEG still pushing through. Again, the backline defenders here of Most Wanted are not present at the moment, but I think they utilize their emergency call again outside of that portal, in which the defenses are still set. They need to really take care of what's happening, but they got closer and they eliminated more Most Wanted and Crayons members at this push compared to how it was earlier. But again, the push is still not yet done. There's still a lot of members here from the opposing team from JPEG. And again, RKM.King, I am not really a fan of that emergency call outside the portal because yeah, it can affect the attack. It's a great strategy. Nonetheless, it's a great strategy, but it's not really useful, I guess, when the defenders or those holding the portal are not yet taken down.
Yeah, that's what we mentioned. The frontline defenses are still intact. They're still not threatened. So the point of recording your members to that same spot basically repeats what you did. So I get the point that they're trying to like push the first layer and to like move a bit, force them to like attack the players from JPEG that were able to pass through. But then again, these front lines are a mix of long range and short range damage dealers. No? So basically, they're still there in their deluge. So yeah, so basically they just repeat their first wave of attack. So it's basically a first wave then a second wave of the same thing. So yeah, so there's obviously the results are just the same.
And again, Most Wanted and Crayon still hasn't used their emergency call during battle. And
And this one,
so as we were just saying it, Most Wanted just used their emergency call. But again, they didn't use it. They didn't use this during battle. So they were not threatened yet to use it at that moment. So again, they just use it. Let's see what will happen. Again, JPEG's emergency call will cool down earlier, so maybe they can push before the cooldown of the emergency call of Most Wanted and Crayons.
So the Sura was able to like use his curse circle at the let's say what's all this, the Dragon Breath layer of the league. But then again, he was forced out of the using the emergency call. So
Yeah.
that's one of the disadvantages. They were able to like get the positioning that they wanted, but then again, the interference from the EC, I think, is say a negative effect of that kind of approach.
I guess you still need a little bit of that essence of surprise. You need surprise your opponent that hey, we're here. We're not outside the portal, but we're just here. We're ready to take on your attacks. We're ready to push. And maybe a follow-up of an emergency call after that curse circle can do wonders.
But I appreciate that if the Sura is not from the same guild, from the Guild of the Alliance.
From
So
Ultra, right?
instead of getting recalled out, he will stay in there, hold out the defenders, and of course the other or the Alliance guild will be able to like recall their members, and that's the time they come in. So yeah, it was as what you mentioned a good strategy, but then again, it's basically griefing their own successes.
Yeah. I guess it worked out as a more of a loss for JPEG at that time. But yeah, it really depends on their strategy. Maybe again, RKM.King, we don't know what they're planning as of yet. Maybe they just want to show that it's like that, right? But they have a different plan in mind. They have a different strategy to achieve. They're just scouting things out, or they're just showing that there's only our numbers for tonight. Later we'll have more that you'll get shocked and you won't be able to defend.
Yeah, they're putting them. They're giving them like a false sense of security. And that's also a possibility.
Yep, like there. Curse circle will land on the back line. Again, attacks are going to come here. Suicidal destruction will connect on the stack there of JPEG. But yeah, the damage, the front line, you can consider the mid-range front line here of Most Wanted is Atmos 1 and Crayons are still a little bit too much to handle for JPEG.
Yeah, more than decent to like delay or even eliminate the attackers. That's why I mentioned that maybe the portion of the defense is not as the suitable target yet. Basically, this Dragon Breaths are freely demolishing the opposing team. So yeah,
And another attack, Ignition Break will connect here, but he got taken out immediately. But Overbrand, no, Royal Guard actually got in. Earth Drive will connect, and I got taken out, I guess, by that Reflect.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. It happens, but as you can see, there is no frontline members emergency call will get utilized by Crayons, and this is forcing Crayons to use that emergency call at a crunch moment. So with Crayons out, they can maybe contest Golden Emperium or the Golden Castle. But again, Crayons has a different member. They have different members that are defending that. But they're slowly getting there. Again, JPEG forced Crayons to use that emergency call. Or rather, they used that just to get more of their players in. But
Yeah,
the attacks...
Yeah, at the very least, they were able to like force them into doing something else aside from sitting at the Imperium.
But again, a lot of the members still that didn't get recalled actually came from outside who just went in. So again, they really need to take note of what's happening. They need to check on the situation. I guess you can say it's difficult situation for JPEG, but anything can happen. Again, you can catch your opponent off guard. Still, with the attack of JPEG ongoing, there's still a lot of time. We still have 1 hour and 9 minutes remaining in this War of Imperium session, while the Gold Imperium, I think, is still intact. I don't think they will take the Golden Emperium for tonight, RKM.King. Maybe they're waiting for the 5th session before they take it again. I accidentally deliver. They're waiting for the 5th session again for the heist. We will see more action in Bright Arbor when with the heist. When it's heist time, I guess. But still, Silver Imperium, they still need to defend this. Whoever
It's
defender is.
beneficial for them to like let it ripen. As what we've mentioned in the past, for it to reach like the last day for the defense, for them to like trigger the heist. We are not saying that they are going after it, but that's one of the possibilities. Or should I say, one of the securities that they have if they really do wish to get something out of this event, or if they wanted to, they can actually take it from Crayons and defend it for 5 straight times. That's also a possibility.
They can still do it. They can still do it as of now.
If they feel like this contest against the Silver Castle is not going their way, there's always an option of going for the golden rewards, because as what you mentioned, the rewards for the Golden Emperium is not that bad. Yeah, in terms of monetary rewards, the Golden Imperium gives more. It also provides the option for getting the Megs.
Making sure the sleep here.
So that's always a possibility. So again, you only lose if you stop participating and strategizing. So again, it is up to their leaders to like decide on what to do in the upcoming matches. Again, we only have a total of 8 War of Imperium sessions for this event, and we are now at the 3rd day. So we are getting near that crucial 4th day we're in. That will serve as like the turning point if the defending guild can actually get their desired Imperium. Because
Well, if there will be a change of ownership, basically that castle is good as done. Yeah, if
true.
there will be a change of ownership when it comes to the fourth session. But
Yeah.
so the last time this castle can change ownership is today. This is the last day that this castle or these castles can change ownerships because again, we have a total of only of 8 sessions. It's already our third session tonight.
Yep. So again, as what I mentioned, the fourth day is going to be crucial because that basically means that there's a possibility that one of the rewards will be forfeited in a sense.
Yeah, but RKM King, what's difficult for crayons and most wanted right here is that come heist time, right? Most wanted is going to be busy defending this castle. Right? Most wanted is going since that will be its fifth session. If for example, there will be no change of ownership until the fifth session, and then the heist is activated. Fifth session, heist will get activated. I'm pretty sure there will be more players who are going to participate in the Golden Castle. Even the smaller guilds who just want to take a nick of that prize, that heist prize, will go in and try and attack that castle. So, without the help of Most Wanted, since they are busy here at the Silver Castle, I doubt. Well, anything can happen. They can a guild can grieve this castle and take it. Right? If Most Wanted decide to defend the castle of crayons in Golden Emperium or Golden Emperium when it comes to the fifth session.
Yeah. Also, it's also possible that the alliance will decide that they wish to keep the silver castle.
Well,
It's also possible.
it can also be a possibility that they will go for the heist. The heist, but yeah, again, I think they will just lose more if it's coming from their own side. Let's see what will happen. First circle will land on the back line right here. JPEG is actually attacking right now. There are some earth drives and some attacks that are going here, but I think only 2 royal guards are alive here for JPEG and one Sura that just got in and attacked the back line. But I guess the numbers of Most Wanted and crayons are thinning out. But again, not enough to take out the whole defense there of crayons and Most Wanted. Yeah, we're just waiting for more opportunities here for a JPEG attack. Still, they're just trying their best to go inside. Some attacks will connect, some lightning rides here. And the thing is with, I think for lightning ride during War of Imperium RKM.King is that it's still considered range damage. And War of Imperium is reduced,
Yeah.
right? It has a reduced damage.
Reduced damage. Yeah. Both are let's say nerfed or reduced. Yeah, but it's an interesting skill because basically it's now virtually spammable and has a big EO in it. So in terms of like single target damage, of course, it's not as comparable to Sura's other skills. But then again, if you wish to like deal enough AoE damage, I think uh, that skill is very decent with the availability of the items supporting it in the game. But yeah, uh, maybe one of the options or viable builds for let's say Sura who doesn't want to like rely on big damaging skills, and of course they have the Asura Stack and the Gates of Hell. Both are let's say risky skills. So one the sacrifice of your SP, the other one requires you to have like a smaller value of HP. So yeah.
Yep. And I'm sorry guys, my application of my camera crashed. Good thing, they show on screen. The crash.
You did get a better visual of you.
You'll get a better view of the game. Don't worry. You won't see us, unfortunately. But yeah, still, this is going to be a hard defensive RKM. If you were JPEG, I guess, if you were commanding JPEG, what do you think is the best a scenario when it comes to this one? Attacking
But
this castle.
if I were Jeep, right, and we're not getting close to contesting this castle, I'd rather attack the Golden Emperium just to like put pressure on the alliance, like break up. Then
Mm-hmm.
from there, decide if Crayons chose to defend, or if let yeah, as the leader, I'll make them choose which castle they really want, because
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows that you cannot keep both. In terms of the population of the defenders and the power of the opposing team, I think it's hard to keep both. So as early as now, they have to force this alliance to choose.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you can't keep or get the rewards of both the Golden Imperium and the Silver Imperium. Here I saw one member of JPEG actually there. Is that that's her name? Well, emergency call. And someone got close.
Well, again, just to make things clear,
No, no,
you
no,
can
they're attacking.
someone's breaking the
And that attack will actually thin out the defenses of Most Wanted and Crayons. I think that Shadow Chaser should have waited a little bit. That Shadow Chaser should have waited a little bit for his teammates to get in, because you weren't seen anyway. They can't see you, or no one was able to detect you, or no one was able to spot you or taking note of you. So like you could have waited and made the defenses of Crayons and Most Wanted scatter a little bit right there.
Yeah, make
But
them
yeah.
commit to the defense before forcing them to like defend the Imperium. Yeah, but the fact that he was able to like reach the Imperium is like a win for them, for like the effort that they've given for the past hour. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a welcome, let's say, improvement.
See what will happen. Because again, it's an improvement after an hour of battle here in Silver Castle. And yeah, I think it's time for some of our players to restock their supplies. And of course, in order for them to do so, Imperium packs are still up for grab during this Golden Imperium session. Imperium packs from 1 to 5. 1 to 6 rather. And
Yeah,
you will have some consumables and a lot of supplies that you can use. Or even if you're not doing, or if you're even if you're not playing, these supplies are pretty useful. They're discounted from their normal price if you're gonna buy it separately.
individually. Yeah.
Yeah. So like yeah, you can purchase these supplies and maybe you can sell them. It's Imperium packs 1 to 5 are tradable. 6, however, isn't tradable. So make sure check that out, and run out of
Yeah,
supplies. You always have the option.
yeah, it's limited, no? So basically from 6 p.m. to like 11 p.m. It's only available during this period, during the War of Imperium period. So make sure to buy them right now. Again, don't wait for the session to end, because it's basically not buying them, because they're
Mhm.
basically not available anymore. Yeah.
And maybe if you're thinking of cheating for this session, um,
Yes.
I think getting those packs will be.
Especially the guilds, if they wish to like change their builds, or if they find it like a little bit difficult to siege using their current setup, yeah, they can freely change their setup, no? By basically changing their builds. So maybe the glass cannon ones can opt to like make the characters a little bit tougher. Yeah.
And yeah, and we might see more players coming from the Seagulls RKM.King since again 1 hour has passed, 1 hour to go. But I guess there's still 30 minutes for them to get ready for a fair session, because last time we saw more members during 10:30 p.m. So like I guess this is now time for the other members to get ready. Just pay them out that this is only our numbers for tonight. We have more coming up, but of course we won't show you that for now for the first 1 hour. Yeah, let's surprise them. I guess that's what. Let's see if they can actually surprise them again. They got closer to the Emperium here at the 1 hour mark of the Golden Emperium session. There's still a lot of time to go, and the pack of most wanted and crayons aren't exactly weak because again, ownerships have changed last session. Like they still need to defend this, even if the ownership changed.
That's true. Again, what I was saying earlier, no? It's not feasible for a single guild to keep the rewards for silver and gold, but it's possible for the alliance to share it. So maybe most wanted will get the silver rewards, and the Koreans will get the golden rewards. But virtually, it's hard to defend like both of those castles five consecutive times. So again, JPEG alliance has to make them decide which one to keep as early, or should I say as early as now, because that's going to make their lives a lot easier. So again, I'm not saying that JPEG should settle. Just make it a little bit hard for the opposing alliance to like decide on what to actually during this period. For example, like defend the other castle, because the numbers, I think it would be a lot easier for JPEG to siege this if they can thin out the numbers of crayons.
Well, yeah, I guess attacking the Golden Emperium, Golden Castle first will be better because again, crayons will need to push out or have more defenses there in Golden Castle, or just put more people there to attack, or just to get the ownership once again, right? Just to create that pressure on the side of crayons and the most wanted. And yeah, I guess that really arcade.
Yeah, because as what the JPEG Alliance is better at defending. So they really have to force the opposing team to like change the position of who's attacking, who's defending. So even if they use their, let's say, their trump card in terms of let's say attacking and forcing them to like defend the Golden Castle, yeah, they really have to do it, because if their best skill is defending and they are still the ones attacking at this point in time, I think that's not a good position for them. Because the closer you are to 11 o'clock, you'll never know the numbers of crayons in the most wanted.
Actually, that was a good arrow storm coming from JPEG, and I got caught right here. Almost died, but that was a good arrow storm on the side there of JPEG. It actually took down some members of most wanted and crayons right here. But again, you need to dish out more damage because again, range damage here in Golden Emperium is reduced. Even with no limits, I guess some attacks are not going to be enough, and we can see some Numas getting casted here on the floor to prevent that from taking out some key members of their guild, right? So yeah, they need to be a little bit cautious. They need to check things out. Maybe if they can dispel the Royal Guards first to remove their defender that they have casted. But yeah, I guess there's still a lot of things that can happen. Actually, Land Protector got casted here on the floor, which prevents the AoE damage from from landing here at the portal. And as you can see, JPEG is still continuing their attacks, but a lot of members of Most Wanted are just getting close and just doing those melee damage attacks there at the portal. JPEG need to put pressure to crayons, said Shannon. And shout out to King Basketball, who is watching right now. Well, whether you are watching or washing, it's up to you. But again, emergency call got casted here by Most Wanted. I guess if they really do want to put pressure on crayons, taking the Golden Imperium is the key first. Then maybe defend that for a bit. That will cause some unnecessary stir in the side of crayons. Then maybe I don't know, just sneakily attack the castle of Most Wanted later on. They really want to take that that silver castle. So it's up to their strategy, up to their
Preference.
preference. Because again, we might see that later on, but yeah, we still have a lot of time. They
Yeah,
can still create that pressure.
it's possible that they're holding it out.
Mm.
Because what we've seen in the previous session, it's very unfortunate that they showed their GXS
Mm.
early on, no, that they can actually take the Golden Imperium
Mm.
using like a single GX with
Mm.
the 100 resist. They showed it too early. Again, they showed their hand too early. That's why the Cranes Alliance was able to like deploy an anti demi-human target or 100% demi-human resistance target in the form of Ghidorah. So yeah, maybe they're just holding it up. They might show their or they might show a different strategy the closer we are to 11 o'clock. So for now, I think this is the best that we can see from them. Okay, for now.
Yeah, there's still 50 minutes left here in this Golden Imperium session, RKM King. Most Wanted and Crayons are defending this castle really well. And again, fourth session, if ever the castle ownership doesn't change, the only thing that JPEG can do at the fourth session is to be maybe either hold it off and maybe just attack and maybe grief the other guilds if they don't want the prizes circulating. They
Yeah,
can
it's
attack and right, so or they can maybe practice in the Golden Imperium because again the Golden Imperium will have more defenses come the fifth session.
But also, it's possible that there are more attackers now. So some players might consider joining because the prizes technically is like guaranteed for the heist. So again, it doesn't have to be like multiple days of work. So joining the heist is actually one of the most, let's say, profitable.
Yeah,
Engine.
well, any guild, again, any
Yeah.
guild that can take the castle away from the castle holder for 4 consecutive session or the 5th session, they can take that castle away from the castle holder. They will win the highest reward, whether it's a small guild, a single person guild. If you are the castle holder at the end of the day when the heist gets activated, you will get that reward.
Well, that's 1.5 SGD, right? So it's not like a scoff up.
So like I guess some smaller guilds will try their luck, right? So again, if Most Wanted is going to be busy in defending this castle, it might be difficult for them to help out in defending the Golden Castle in the 5th session.
yeah, a band of mercenaries can actually show up as well. So yeah, we should not discount the greed and the rewards. No, because yeah, 1.5 is not that bad in terms of at least worth of work.
Yeah, and what if you're a solo players? Like you're just playing alone your guild. Yeah, you haven't had the chance to, or you're really beefed out. Your character is really maxed out. You have all the items that you needed for PvP. Really prepared for that moment, and maybe that can be your time to shine, and you can get something out of it, right?
That's what we've mentioned. No? It's really hard to commit for like the 8 sessions of War of Imperium. But for a day, but for a single night of War of Imperium session, I think most of this, let's say, individuals can like find time and of course put an effort for like well, it's not 2 hours. No? It's also possible they will do it last minute because that's what matters in taking out the 5th day rewards or the highest rewards. No? So yeah, So again, we just have to wait until the heist is triggered, or the fifth day of the defense is here. Because now I don't see uh, the guilds attacking the Golden Emperium unless it's part of their strategy to take the Silver Castle away from this alliance.
Well, come the fifth session, RKM.King, I guess defending guilds can also get some mercenaries to help. But again, they might want to have a nick of that prize pool that you have, or you're asking for the other guilds to pay them something for them to be able to defend their castle during that session. Because again, even to Warpers playing War of Imperium during the heist, I think will be a little bit difficult because there will be a lot of opponents, a lot of supplies will get consumed. A lot of Zenny will get burned again because you need to repair some stuff if they get broken.
Well, also the War of Imperium sets, or the WoW set, is not that expensive. You can basically provide a War of Imperium set for multiple people. No? If you can convince them to like play for that period of time, even if you are a PvE person or like an instance person, you can basically like join the fray. Just because these items, or this War of Imperium items, these reduction gears, are actually very much available and cheap. So you don't have to be a deck out PvP character just to be able to participate in this one.
Yeah. I guess if you just want to join in on the fun and see what's happening, join in on the event, that will be fine as well. But again, yeah, don't expect too much if you're only using those kind of gear, right? So like if you just prepared those gears for this kind of event, like don't expect too much, like that you can wipe out the whole guild. Like I guess it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way unless of course you're pretty skilled, right? You're pretty skilled in using your character. And maybe you know how to utilize your character well, and maybe you have a little bit more items than the standard that you should get for War of Imperium. Maybe a lot of things can happen for you. Maybe you have the chance to wipe out the whole guild if you have the opportunity to do so.
Others can actually like contribute, even if they are like minimum geared. Well, Sura, Shadow Chasers can actually provide some decent support in the impact with just minimum level gears.
Archbishop as well. Archbishops.
For participation rewards, and if you're able to like successful in making the heist, it's going to be like a big boost in your let's say in-game resources.
Yeah, I mean, even just a bit of damage, I guess. Even if you're a warlock with only some, standard War of Imperium gears, or a Runite with standard Imperium gears, I guess you can still dish out that damage that is significant. Because again, damage is damage. A little bit of damage is still damage, even if it's just a little bit. They might or they might survive with only 3,000 HP, and your damage is exactly 3,005. And like you can take them out, right? You can be the one to eliminate them. So damage is still damage, right? So
And also it's important to have like more people. Again, numbers against numbers. So it's not like everyone's moving right here. So it's not like they're not utilizing characters for utility. And maybe some players can actually contribute actively if they can like play those utility classes as well. Again, in terms of like availability, or in terms of like the number of players, it's actually more important than being a maxed out like player, because it's really hard to find, let's say, a consistent player to play for you for like Tuesdays and Saturdays. Again, that's what you mentioned, scheduling stuff.
And most of the members of JPEG right now, RKM.King, actually, they survive a little bit right there, but I guess when they didn't disable or they didn't do much damage to at those players who are dishing out a lot of damage, like the mid range attackers right here, or the back line, the second layer of defense right here. So I guess they need to take it out or maybe disable them somehow. Maybe casting that what do you call this? Genetic skill, Mandragora Howling. Then just waiting for the opportunity, because it's not automatic that they will use that Lauda to remove that. They still they still need to, you know, use that skill. They still need to take note of it, but they need to use that skill.
Someone needs to shout at the Discord when they are afflicted with such status ailments. No? So it will technically still disable them even if they are getting eventually dispelled. So yeah, so basically delaying the response of each individual players. Mandragora Howling is one of the most annoying skills if it's not what you call this cured immediately.
Yeah, if you can disable it immediately, it will be annoying to have your casting time like boosted up to what, 400%.
Even if even mere cloaking skills are affected. So yeah, one of the most annoying things in the Warfare.
The circle left, yes, no follow up right there. And again, the surviving just annoying, just thinning out the members of JPEG right here before they get close to the Emp room. I guess it's the job of the Crayons and most wanted for defending this castle. But yeah,
It also felt like the numbers of most wanted and the Crayons increased, or it's just that their other characters are now moving. That's what it feels like though when we are at the Emp room.
yeah.
Especially their defenders are actually well placed. So again, as I mentioned earlier, their defenses are not basically front line and back line. So they have several layers that makes it feel like it's hard to bypass, or should I say it's hard to move past the entrance. Because yeah, even if you disable the back lines, the Dragon Breaths and the Ignition Breaks are still there. The Arrow Storm, the Sorcerers are still actively casting skills. So yeah, so again, in terms of strategy in this defense, I think what the most wanted and Cranes Alliance is doing is actually working.
Yeah, and again, they're just waiting, or JPEG is just waiting for maybe a different approach. Then there's still 38 more minutes. Might get surprised RKM.King. Who knows, right? Who knows? We might get surprised, and there might be a different kind of approach that will happen here in this castle or the Golden Castle later on. But we're just in for the show. We're just watching them try at their best into taking this castle. But again, if they're not going to change their strategy anytime soon, this will be proven difficult for them to capture.
So also in terms of numbers for JPEG, though, it seems like the numbers from their first session is like their most players as compared to this one. I don't think they've been hitting that same amount of players.
I guess since they were the ones defending earlier, or in the first session. I guess like what I said earlier and in the past few sessions, they're more capable into defending this castle than to attacking. Because again, I think a lot of their characters are more fit into being defenders rather than attackers. Because again, attacking, you will need to take note of a lot of things. You need to change your build a little bit in order for you to prioritize survivability when entering portals. And Suicidal Destruction will connect right here, but not a lot of the members got taken down from the members of Most Wanted. Again, a lot of members of Most Wanted are still active and alive, just tearing down those who are entering the portal. We have two members casting Ignition Break. We have a Kunai Slash. We have Overbrand right here, and we have a reflect damage that can prevent anything from happening. And we also have those Suras that can actually use Cursor, stop the attacks or stop whatever's happening when they enter the portal. And yeah, things are just unfolding with our eyes, and we're just waiting for the opportunity to strike once again. And yeah, I guess my camera crashed. They hang a little bit.
Yeah. But this session, we haven't seen a change of ownership between these two alliances. As compared to our previous sessions, that the first session I think is the most competitive in terms of switching ownership.
I guess
So, right
I guess you can say that at the first session maybe Crayons and Swanted prepared that time, and they're showing their defensive prowess now here in this third session. And they have the numbers to really defend this castle well.
Yeah. Also, it feels like they are now more committed into like putting in numbers in this one. Because in the past, we've seen them like try to defend or to put numbers in the Golden Emperium as well. But this time around, I think the Alliance have agreed that they really have to focus this castle. Because again, the Silver Castle rewards, of course, the main focus is not the monetary rewards, but the sealed card album, which contains the sealed drake, one of the most sought after cards in the game. So yeah, so I think they are now committed and let's say sure of what they really wanted. Because in the previous, let's say the first two sessions, it felt like they are not yet convinced that they can take this castle. Again, this is just my opinion, but that's what I felt when watching them.
I guess they have more to lose this time because they already defended this castle once. It's going to be their second their second defense. Yeah, again, they need to defend this castle for 5 more times. So I guess if you're not committed into defending this castle, I have no right to be here, I guess. Because you need to really be committed into 5 sessions for you to be able to get something out of it.
Yeah, that's why that's what we mentioned earlier. No? The time is now. If you're not going to like commit to this castle, if you're not going to like take castle right now, it's going to be a little bit too bit too late for a change of ownership in the next War of Imperium sessions. So if they are having plans on taking away the Golden Imperium, the time is now. If you wanted or really wanted the Silver Castle, they have to take it now. Because otherwise, it's going to be really hard to defend and to take ownership in the next few sessions. Also, there's a possibility of like forfeiting the rewards as well.
I guess what the Crayons and Most Wanted do, JPEG has no purpose in getting the Golden Emperium, Golden Castle, the time being. Because again, they can wait for the heist just to pop up, right? Just wait for the heist to pop up and just take the Silver Emperium. But again, since it's the third session already, it will be a little bit difficult for them to, it's all or nothing at the moment. I would say it's all or nothing, because if they don't do something right here, if they don't take either castle, it will be just difficult for them to do something later on. Because again, they're stuck into just getting that heist reward. Because Silver Castle, they can grief or they can stop whoever's defending this castle. Maybe it's most wanted. They can stop most wanted and getting the rewards. Whoever wanted to take behind. So right, like it's their choice. Their choice.
But it's going to be a lot harder to convince your members to like show up only to grief. That's one of the downsides of that plan. That's why they have to make a choice right now. They still have 30 minutes. Maybe talk it out a little bit in Discord. Maybe consult your, let's say, officers or whatnot. Again, they have to decide right now what's going to be their ultimate plan. Because it's always better to have a plan B. It's always better to get something that's not, let's say, their ideal target, but it's better than zero.
Yeah, I guess they still have a little bit of time to think. Because there's still some time. There's still some time to just to work things through. Just make sure they have the proper mindset when it comes to attacking. They have the cooperation of every guild member that they have. They could probably switch up the castles that they're going to take in order for them to get something out of the sessions that they what do you call this, that they participated in. Again, if they are however going to take either castle, silver or gold, they will last until the 5th session because again, Osusa Destruction actually landed right here. Let me hold on to that thought. RKM.King, as you can see, Arrow Storms will connect. And the backline or the mid-range defenders here of Most Wanted, some of their members actually got taken down. But again, Ignition breaks here. No one's actually taking damage from that Ignition break because no one's close by. But yeah, JPEG, I guess, used that emergency call right now. I think they used it outside still because I saw the warp. But let's see where they actually use that. I guess they used it outside, or maybe they didn't use it. Or maybe it's just old. Yeah, and the mechanic is really important for you to have in. As I see some pubs of repairs, and maybe a genetic as well for those that chemical protection. And yeah, just 28 more minutes left in this session. RKM.King, what are your thoughts so far on what's happening? Again, we've been saying our thoughts for more than an hour now, and I guess we can still say a lot more, but again, it will be a tough session for JPEG since they're still trying to conquer this Silver Castle, and the defenses are just not really thinning down on the side of Crayons. And
yeah, well, personally, no, I really just want to see this going on until the last session of the War of Imperium. So yeah, if they feel like they still have a chance in taking this castle, then feel free to do so. And feel free to challenge the alliance. But then again, for the sake of majority of their members, you just have to decide right now.
I guess that can be a good call as well. Bloody Dogs got casted here, but I guess that Land Protector actually stopped that Bloody Lust from get casted. But Ignition Breaks will get casted here by Crayons to stop anyone who's going to push through. Again, maybe a Curse Circle on this side will actually be a great help to JPEG, who is attacking right now. But yeah, the defenses of Crayons and the Most Wanted are just not thinking out of them. They're just slowly defending right now, and this Crayons and Most Wanted are just looking for an opportunity to really defend this castle right now. Let's see what will happen right here.
Yeah.
as
Like, well,
we
James,
see.
if you think
Mhm,
about it, no, 3,000 SGD is not that bad
mhm.
of, let's say, a consolation price for like,
Yeah, and
for,
this Shadow Chaser always manages to pass through the
mm,
defenses right here. And again, you should have. I think he could have waited for the
the attack.
defenses or the attack of their other his teammates before he actually pushed through. But again, time is not on his side. Someone's actively scouting for him. Maybe they have some Maya purple cards as well that can, check him out and make sure that no one is roaming around in their castle.
Okay, so again, another regroup from JPEG, I guess. That's what I've been mentioning now. 3,000 SGD is not bad of a, just a consolation price for for not winning the silver rewards.
I think it's not really a consolation prize. Again, you get Megan Jard,
Yeah,
in
true.
which or you will have the option to get a Megan Jard and my camera is ready.
But you can also, yeah,
Not
you're not.
really. My camera crashed as I launch.
You also the optional MVP card album
Mm-hmm.
as well. Again, they can also get like the Ifrit card that can be comboed with the Battle Aura.
Mm-hmm.
Also gives like 30% human damage as well. So one of the best combos available in the game. Also, if they want a stable Wharf Imperium card, which is the Fallen Bishop Ibram, so that's also available in the MVP card album. Again, it's not that bad, but again, do not compare it to Seal Drake, because if it's not Seal Drake, then it's going to be bad. So again,
Well,
for
Steel Drake is a high price card, high
yeah,
value card. Um, and it's a really sought after card because when it first appeared in, I guess the gacha egg,
mm,
they really tried to get it because of the effects that it can provide you, right?
mm,
But again, the other cards are not bad.
yeah, true.
This MVP card is still an MVP card. Seal card is still a seal card. So, regardless of what castle you get or what kind of reward you get, I guess even like what you said, even if it's not really what your planned reward is,
Mm,
it's better to get something rather than nothing.
yeah, true. But you're
So,
basically forfeiting everything for either 0 or 1-5.
mm,
So yeah, by forcing this castle and giving up on the Golden Imperium, you're basically telling us that uh, it's you're willing to like gamble it on
mm,
either 0 or 1-5
mm,
SG for the heist. So that's basically it, I guess, for for n- for in case they failed in this castle. No? Again, I'm
mm,
not discounting their efforts for taking over this castle. Because there's still a possibility they can take this castle away from the alliance of most wanted and
mm,
clans. But then again, it's not that bad to have like a backup plan to ensure that they're going to still get better rewards than either of the two that I mentioned. It's either
mm,
not get or basically just the heist.
mm.
And that's all.
And yeah, let's see what will happen. RKM.King. We
Yep.
have 22 minutes left here in this War of Imperium session, and they still have a little bit of time to decide. Again, we can
Mm,
get caught off guard. They can surprise us. They can surprise the other guilds as well. All is not lost. There's still stuff that they can do. There's still stuff that they can win here. But again,
mm,
if they're going to, if they plan on taking the Golden Imperium, they still need to take care of the heist that is going to come when
oh,
it is the fifth session. But yeah, hmm. Yeah, and I guess I, I don't know. Like we've been saying it all night long. It really depends on how the guild leaders will, you know, handle their members and what castle they plan on taking, and their preference, right? But again, if they can't thin out the defenses here of Crayons and Most Wanted, again, it will be difficult to break this because they have more members, maybe twice as much as what JPEG has currently. All right, so if they don't have the capability of thinning out the members that they have, or the defenses right now, again, it's going to be a lost cause. But of course, supplies are not going to be an issue, RKM.King, because again, for supplies, we have the Emperium packs that are still active. The Golden Emperium packs are only available from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. SGT or GMT +8. You can purchase Emperium packs 1 to 6 and get some cool items right here, like Elite Siege supply box for Emperium pack 1. I think every Emperium pack has that Elite Siege supply box that you can get. But you will also get some cool stuff like 2x20 stats food box, some NFS Siege teleport scroll, and all those other good things. You can also get some poison bottle box right here in Emperium pack 2. And all of these are very, very much affordable. You can actually get your hands on them and try your luck, and or you're not really try your luck. It's guaranteed that you will get something if you purchase these packs, and it's more I guess it's priced really well. It's more valuable than buying the items individually or separately compared to buying it in a pack, right? Like what we have right here.
Yeah, you can also have it in your inventory. So just save space.
Yeah, again, Emperium packs 1 to 5 are tradable. Emperium pack 6 isn't. Emperium pack 6 has the premium reset stone box and reset skill box, in which if you're planning to reset or change up the builds of your character, maybe you can decide that, or it's time for you to do so rather than leveling up another character for a different build. You can switch up the build of your current character if you have a different build in mind, and yeah, just do so. But we only have 19 minutes for you to purchase the packs. As soon as this War of Imperium ends, the packs are going to be gone, and you need to buy them in the next War of Imperium session. But the defenses of Crayons and Most Wanted got thinned out. As you can see, ignition breaks. JPEG just got closer right here. I think we are going to see a emergency call later on, as JPEG just attacking as we got eliminated right there, RKM.King. And we're just going to quickly head back to the action. Hopefully there's still stuff going on. Ignition breaks will connect. Most Wanted use that emergency call, and ignition breaks will get casted here by JPEG. Is this going to be the Rune Knight? No, not enough damage to actually take down the defenders right here, and no emergency call on the side of JPEG as of the moment. Maybe they could have used that here inside instead of outside. Maybe it could have been a lot better, since they can disrupt the emergency call of Most Wanted right there.
Most Wanted, a sniper.
Some bard, and a lot of favors. Take note of their names. Take note of their names.
It's a possibility that they're utility characters. But then again, was always the Shadow Chaser was able to like pass through different layers of the defense. They go for like one RG that actually killed you. Yeah, but again, then they're making progress in terms of forcing the other guild to like use their emergency call and thinning out the front lines. But then again, that's not enough. Because again, progress is progress. But then again, at the end of the day, you have to be able to take this castle away from the alliance.
And yeah, more attacks coming from this right here, as he will fall back. Again, it was a really nice push coming from JPEG earlier on. But again, not enough to take down the defense there of Most Wanted. But again, they forced that emergency call of Most Wanted. So like they can still use that emergency call here. Since I think they didn't really pop that emergency call when they pushed in the last push that they did. But they need to regroup quickly because again, if you give time to Most Wanted and Crayons to set up their defenses, it will be difficult for you to break this Emperium. Again, they entered right now. Ignition brakes will connect. As you can see, ignition brakes will land JPEG, staring down the members here of Most Wanted. And yeah, some of them couldn't get close, but some of them are able to take down some Most Wanted members with them. As we still have members of JPEG who are still alive and just trying to survive. Gloomy will get casted. We still have some players of JPEG inside this Emp room. Again, emergency call is still not getting utilized. And yeah, there you go. I think emergency call just got casted, and again they used it outside, maybe to prevent the attacks from or for prevent the emergency call from getting interrupted. But again, they're still stuck in their that spot. But good job. They actually eliminated the front line of the defense before actually using that emergency call outside the portal. But again, they need to really take down the members of Most Wanted here. Most Wanted doesn't have an emergency call active, so if they have the opportunity, they can eliminate the members of Most Wanted right here. But members of JPEG, only 2 of them are left. 1 is left right here, and I don't think this guy will survive. And the defenses of Most Wanted are back now, and that was a good push, RKM.King. But
Yeah.
again, the emergency call outside, I don't think that was a good call because there's still members inside the Emp room. The defenses are still getting disrupted, and you just gave the opportunity to Most Wanted to actually eliminate you in one shot, because each and every one of you are going to enter from this portal. So like I don't know, again, I'm not really a fan of it. Maybe it was a call that is necessary on their part. I'm not saying that I'm better than the commander, but yeah, I'm just not really a fan of what just happened right there, because again, there are still members inside the Emp room, and
we're seeing it like it's not helping them.
Yeah. Because again, you just help out your opponents or the other guild from eliminating you all in one go when you enter the portal.
They were able to like recover their team out defense. I will definitely like it, let's say, more if it was from the ultra side.
Yeah, I guess that can work, right? If it's from ultra side, that can work. Since they have they don't have a lot of members on their guild, but they have enough to disrupt whatever's happening right here.
Yeah, their tanky characters are able to pass through and disrupt the backlines, but then again, by recalling them out, you're basically removing their progress. So again, that's a viable strategy. But then again, make sure that they're not going to be part of the recall crew. So, again, the progress is there. So that again, by calling them up or by recalling them outside of the portal, you're basically resetting the progress.
Yep. And actually, that was a good push earlier, RKM.King by JPEG.
Even that the equal for Most Wanted is not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. I cannot say that it was a mistake because it was basically part of the plan.
Yeah,
But again,
maybe it was necessary on their end because they feel like they lost their members. There's no one to break the castle. There's no one to eliminate the members. I can't call it on my part. It depends on their guild, their comms. But yeah, from the looks of it on our side, it just looked like a bad call. But maybe I guess it's just on our side because we don't really know what's happening on their end as well. But yeah, maybe it could have been done inside. I think they attempted to use it inside, but it got interrupted. But again, they did a great job into thinning out the defense there of Most Wanted. But again, Most Wanted emergency call is already active once again, so they can use it anytime they want to set up their defenses once again. So they need to be careful right here in order for them to not lose their progress if they want to really take the Silver Emperium rewards. But there's still a lot of time. There's still 10 minutes and a few seconds to go before this War of Imperium session ends. RKM.King, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We might see a last minute push. If JPEG is still going to pursue this castle, they still have maybe 2 full pushes with emergency calls that are going to be active that they can use in order for them to penetrate the defense of Most Wanted right here. As you can see, ignition brakes will go off, some attacks will land over Brand's Kunai Splash, and I guess earlier the attack worked because the Rune Knight actually got closer right here. The Rune Knight got closer using that ignition brake, taking down the middle range frontliners or middle range defenders right here of Most Wanted, and that took out a lot of their firepower. And yeah, again, this is going to be tough for both guilds.
But in terms of numbers, though, I think the Crayons players are not here.
Yeah, I think they went back to their castle because again, they might be wary of whatever might happen to their castle.
Because this time around, the numbers from Most Wanted overwhelms the number of Crayons. I don't know where they are, or maybe they're not willing to use their equal just to get their players in the Silver Emperium.
And I think JPEG is slowly starting to scout things out here in Bright Arbor, the Golden Emperium Castle. Or maybe they're just using a little bit of members here to disrupt the flow of defense there in in the Silver Emperium.
Yeah.
Again,
I like this move from them. No? They're basically leveraging whatever it is that they can, leverage for what it's worth. No, for their efforts in this castle.
Oops! Emergency call by JPEG right here, and it was a curse circle, and the traps will get taken down. And as you can see, oh my goodness, I warped on the I warped to the wrong castle.
I thought you were killed.
I went to the wrong castle, but the Golden Emperium got contested. RKM.King.
Yeah.
This was their plan all along. This was their plan all along. This is their price. We have 7 minutes left here in this Golden Emperium session. RKM.King, what do you think is going to happen right here? Again, this is going to be a tough call. Crayons need to go back, but Silver Emperium will get open if Crayons will decide to push here. Because if Most Wanted is going to help them,
or they might not contest this one. Again, I like this move from JPEG. No? From, let's say, a generalist perspective. For the benefit of everyone.
Oh yeah, they can't push a Silver Emperium, so better to have something rather than nothing, right? Again, like what you said earlier, RKM.King.
This one is like giving in. I mean, not allowing your pride to take over, no? Yeah, this one is a good move on their part. Again, it might not be what they planned for, but getting something from the efforts is commendable for the decision to take over the Golden Castle. Again, if Most Wanted and Grace don't want to give them an opportunity in taking over the Silver Castle, then why not take the Golden Castle?
Yeah, and while Golden Castle got taken, RKM.King, if Crayons don't really want to, or they're just waiting out for JPEG to push this, maybe they're just in it for the highest rewards. But again, they lose out on the whatever you can get, like mix. Manager, your stay here. MVP card, 3000 SSD, so you lose out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But again,
you just have to make the alliance true. It's not going to be beneficial for a JPEG to try to get both as well. again, force the alliance of most wanted and crayons to choose which reward they want.
Mhm.
And also, uh, it will allow JPEG to play the game they wanted to
Mhm.
be the defenders again.
Mhm.
So again, if it's not possible for them to attack a castle in order to like be the defenders,
Mhm.
then take away this golden castle and be the defenders once again. So they still have a long way to go. So they still have to defend this 5 more times.
Mhm.
Uh, Also, they have to be wary of the heist because basically the Silver Emperium is going to be ahead of the Golden Emperium in a sense.
Mhm.
The Silver Imperium fifth consecutive day of defense is going to uh, be ahead of the Golden Imperium. So it is possible that the silver reward is already claimed, and
Yeah,
that's it.
most likely if it's going to push through with these kinds of defenses, like um, JPEG was going to be on the Golden Castle, and Most Wanted is going to be at the Silver Castle. If it stays that way until the future Golden Imperium sessions, and the seventh session, um, what do you call seventh session, Most Wanted will already get their rewards, right? They will already assure their rewards if they defend it to the seventh session, and in the eighth session it will be the heist
Mm,
on the Golden Imperium. So JPEG needs to be careful if that happens
yes,
again. It will be harder, it will be tough. But if JPEG pushes through, my goodness, it will be such an achievement for their guild.
yeah, it's also possible that most wanted in the crayons will talk this out. That
Mhm.
they there's a possibility that they will agree on taking the heist. Because again, they lose out on the 3,000 SGD. But then again, the silver rewards has its own monetary value as well. But then again, the 1 from SGD from the heist can also contribute to the, let's say, the payroll of
Well,
the goods.
not only that, right? RKM King. Basically, if you have the Golden Imperium, you can ensure that there will be a god item circulated,
Okay.
right?
A
Well,
one.
you can get like a god item and the Silver Castle as well. I think it's going to be a missing gamin or
It's just using the. What's the other one?
we'll check that out in a bit later. Okay, okay. But
It's not Megs, so
yeah, it's not Megs, it's not Sleipnir. You can't get Megs or Sleip. You can only get it from the Golden Imperium Reward. But again, if you want something of that item already circulating in the server in which no one has it yet, because again, it's difficult to get that kind of item. Um, yeah, it's going to be beneficial as well, RKM King. Because again, having the item circulate will get more chances or will just change things up, I guess. But again, if a guild wants to stop it from circulating, wants to stop someone from actually using that god item, then maybe they can stop it. Stop the guilds from taking the silver or golden imperium castles.
they can also deny the JP Alliance the rewards from the Golden Castle. That's one way to look at it. There's a possibility that it's either they take or they target the heist, or if they really wish to grief JPEG, they can cancel out the golden rewards by basically taking the ownership of this castle away from them in the next session. So again,
I don't think they're planning to take that.
yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
then again, those are possible scenarios. No, we're not basically suggesting. We're just stating possible scenarios that can happen in the next sessions.
The attacks of JPEG here in this castle is still not over. I mean, there are still players of JPEG attacking.
Yeah.
It was an emergency call utilized. I'm
But
not
it's
sure.
clear, no? That the Alliance agreed, or should I say the most wanted of the Crayons agreed to take this castle and forego the other one, I guess.
Mhm.
So that's the safest, most, let's say, optimal the
Well,
decision that they can do.
yeah, rather than gamble, honestly, rather than gamble for the Silver Castle, in which they got surprised that there's only like 8 minutes left and they took that castle. Um, yeah, and I think they put, if they're really analyzed, I think maybe they put some of their members in Most Wanted as well, rather than Crayon. So if that was the case, yeah, because they're going to be in a bind, really. They're going to be in the bind since for the Golden Imperium session, if they keep at it in the 5th session of Golden Imperium, they need to defend it from the heist and Crayons, right?
They're bound to lose it.
Yeah, because they don't have a lot of them defenders, and Most Wanted isn't going to be there to help them defend because they're busy defending their Silver Castle. Again, someone can take Silver Imperium even if no one will get the reward, right? So it's up to them. It's up to them.
We're done, I guess.
Yeah, and it was a very good War of Imperium session. Again, a lot of battles in and out. It was a good call coming from JPEG to actually take the Golden Imperium at the last 8 minutes. Again, we might get surprised, RKM.King. Good thing I caught that in action. And I had the hunch that, ooh, I think the Golden Imperium since they're not here. And yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, true. So again, it was tense, not because it was close, but it was tense because of the possible forfeiture of the rewards. First, they not getting any in the side of JPEG. Again, the potential of getting something. So again, it's not yet secured, so they have to defend this 5 more times. But then again, losing out on the opportunity of getting something is always a tough pill to swallow, especially when you have this number of members that you have to like support as well. Because the consumables, again, as what we mentioned, well, the limited offer is now unavailable. Again, it's up to 11 p.m. So again, it is a lot important to like consider the needs of our guild members in terms of like sustainability. So again, some of them maybe are using their personal resources in terms of the consumables. So yeah, deciding until maybe the last 10 minutes was a little bit too close for my taste, but then again, they were able to like decide to take over this Golden Imperium. Yeah, again, not really.
Just to cut what I said, there's an Among Us right here. There's an imposter. There's an imposter right here. The cast of JPEG. I'm sorry, RKM.King. You were saying.
Yeah, I'm basically saying that it was too close, but then again, they were able to like secure the castle. So let's see what's going to happen in the next few sessions. It might be a little more peaceful than what.
Yeah, it might be a little bit chill because again, we're back to square one basically. This is the second session that Most Wanted took the Silver Castle. This was the first session for.
Right, yeah, it's going to be a decision. It's either to like grief the opponent or secure the rewards for their own guilds, whichever they do, I think I can respect, because I don't know how deep the competition, or should I say the grudges, or if there exists. But again, if it's just basically a friendly competition, then griefing should be not part of the available options for these guilds.
Yeah,
I
but
for getting rewards.
yeah, but yeah, we might see less battles in the coming session. Who
Yeah,
knows what will happen, RKM.King. But again, I gotta give props to JPEG for holding on for like our session and trying to attack the Silver Castle. And
sorry.
yeah, give props to JPEG and Most Wanted as well, or rather Most Wanted and the Crayons as well for defending the Silver Castle. Again, it wasn't hard to defend against JPEG, who was the castle owner for first session.
True.
They're already the owners of that castle before the Golden Imperium even started, so they know how to move in that castle. Again, gotta give props to all these guilds for giving us a great show and the persistence that they showed us and never give up.
Yep.
Yeah, and if ever something doesn't go your way, try to go a different way. That's how JPEG ended here in the Golden Castle. Gotta give props to these skills, RKM
Yeah.
King. Anything you want to
Again,
add or say to our viewers, RKM King?
again, it's not bad. No? It is not bad. 3,000 SGD is something. So, again, guys, just focus on getting those rewards.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one of the, like, maybe the highlights we have to look forward to, maybe the heist, if it's going to be like competitive, or if people will try to take this away from JPEG. Again, the rewards are not yet secured because a heist can be triggered at the last day of the defense. So yeah, so one thing to look forward to, I guess.
Yeah. And I guess that's going to be it for this session, RKM King. It's a great session. Again, we're looking forward to more action. And the next action that we're going to see right here for Golden Emperium will be on Saturday. It's going to be at 9 to 11 p.m. GMT plus 8. Only here at the Gravity Game Hub YouTube. So make sure to subscribe, and if ever we go live, we have videos, make sure to thumbs up and share the video. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. It was a long session, but it's all great. We had some fun. We are your casters for tonight. This is James.
It's RKM King.
Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Goodbye.
Guys.